All right, this is day two of the sports blog, April 7th, 2010. The first thing I want to talk about today is Tiger Woods at the Masters. Again, it looks like that the chairman of the Masters said that he was quote unquote disappointed in Tiger. And I think that unless you're A, his wife, B, his kids, or like you went to a golf camp and Tiger was there and he like helped you so you like looked up to him. I don't think anyone can be disappointed in Tiger. Am I like, wow, he's kind of a bad guy? Yeah, because, anybody with that many mistresses, not the best guy. But to say I'm disappointed in him, not I don't know him, so I can't I don't know. For the chairman to say that he was disappointed in Tiger, it's like he didn't cheat in golf. It's not like he oh, I lied on my scorecard. Then you could be disappointed in him because he did something to you. That's why I can't be disappointed in him because he didn't do anything to me. But I guess that was my rant on golf for the day. Second thing I want to talk about, UConn women getting it done last night. Did not watch, however. It's just me and girls college basketball, or just girls basketball in general. I mean, every girl that I talk to about this always claims the sexist thing with me or other guys not watching girls basketball. And it's not that. Sports is about entertainment. And I don't get entertained by girls basketball when you're making, fast break layups where it could be a dunk in the NBA. I mean, for the same reason I won't watch like the Spurs in the NBA because they're boring to watch, or late in the NCAA season when Notre Dame went to their methodical, let's use the whole shot clock offense. I rather watch Duke, and I'm a North Carolina fan, and I rather watch Duke than watch Notre Dame or the Spurs play. I mean, that's just it's an entertainment thing. It's like in football, I rather watch Oregon than Ohio State. It's an entertainment thing. It's not a sexist thing. But kudos for two undefeated seasons in a row. I mean, that's getting up there in dominant sports dynasties ever. But I guess the only thing I could say is I would have liked it better if the championship game was Baylor UConn instead of the Final Four game. I think that would have done more for the game of girls college basketball, even though it was a good game. I mean, it was a pretty close game considering it's UConn, but I'd rather see Brittany Griner try to win. I mean, if you get more girls like Brittany Griner, then more people are going to watch college basketball. So if you got her in the championship game, I think more people would have watched, including maybe myself. Another thing I want to talk about is Martina Navratilova getting diagnosed with breast cancer. Not a good thing. One of the best tennis players of all time. Unprecedented win streaks. Hopefully she pulls through because, it's just a terrible thing to lose somebody to cancer and to lose somebody that did so much for the sport of tennis as Martina did. But I think that breast cancer and cancer awareness in general is probably the greatest it's been in the history of, diagnosing cancer, I would say. So hopefully this will continue to elevate the awareness of breast cancer and hopefully we can find a cure soon. I guess the next thing I want to talk about is the we'll talk some MLB, and I'm going to be a little biased in this segment because I'm going to talk about my Pirates, but it really can apply to many other teams. Well, not many other teams. There's about 3 of them that do them in the MLB. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, the Pirates decided to use a batting lineup where they batted their pitcher 8th and had Ronnie Cedeno bat 9th. Now, the theory behind this being you would have like 2 leadoff men, assuming that, the pitcher's going to get out. So then you just have Ronnie Cedeno be like another, leadoff man, and then having your actual leadoff man kind of just jumpstart the offense. it's kind of like if it would work if it works, then you would see it a lot more. Obviously, since we don't see it, it probably doesn't work. I mean, it's kind of a slap to the face of Ronnie Cedeno, you know? I mean, hey, the pitcher that their job isn't even to bat, he's gonna bat in front of you, even though that's your job. That's like if you're like a CEO of the company and they're like, "Hey, the mail guy is gonna present your presentation today, but tomorrow you can do it." It's like, no, it it's kind of stupid. So I had to bash my team, get them on the right track with that one. Um, I gotta talk about more NFL rumors. First rumor is that the defensive tackle for the Washington Redskins, Albert Haynesworth, seems like they might were gonna trade him, which is dumb. They're not gonna trade him. They already said they weren't going to, and that would just be dumb to do it. They paid him way too much money. I mean, unless you're doing a dumb salary, but paid him way too much money. I mean, he's still good, and the only problem with this is that it just caused dissension in the locker room already. I mean, you already have a quarterback controversy with the guy that's gone through the most tumultuous career at quarterback ever because he has so many offensive coordinators. And then you bring in a different guy who's supposed to be like the savior, I would say, Donovan McNabb. And then you have your best defensive player kind of already complaining, being rumored about being traded. I mean, it's not a good start for the Redskins. I mean, for all those people that when they made the trade picked them to win the division, hold up, son, because the first thing you have to have in football is team chemistry. I mean, without team chemistry, you're not gonna win, even if you have the most talent. Talking to you, Dallas Cowboys. Another rumor is that one of my teams, the Jets, supposedly are courting the defensive end slash outside linebacker Jason Taylor to be an outside pass rusher, and I'm all for that. Except I can't picture the Dolphins trading him. I mean, the only reason he came back to Miami was because from Washington was because he has a house in Miami. I mean, I don't think he'd just up and move unless he got traded, but I don't think they're gonna trade him. That would just make the Dolphins worse and the Jets way better, and they're in the same division. So that would are they in the division? No, they're not. Okay, I don't think they are. But yeah, that would just be a dumb trade, I think, unless they got some draft compensation because he is getting old. So if they got some draft picks from the Jets, then that'd be all right. But the last thing I want to talk about, I know this is kind of a biased segment because I'm talking about all the teams I like, but Mavericks owner Mark Cuban today said, quote unquote, "We can kill anybody," when talking about the opposition in the upcoming playoffs. And I gotta say, added pressure not needed because we got off to start that hot streak once we traded for Caron Butler. Then we're kind of fizzling off. Playoffs are coming up. We don't need the added pressure of our owner saying that we can kill anybody in the playoffs. Because the last thing we need is a first round loss. I mean, that would just be an epic failure. So, Mark Cuban, let's just shut our mouths till we get the rings, and then we can talk all the trash we want to. All right, but that's all I got for this Wednesday. If you got any questions or anything you want me to talk about, then leave them in the comments section. Then I'll get to those periodically as I see fit. All right, but have a good Wednesday, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.